everyone. I don't know how many people are going to watch this video, but I really wanted to do it because I was thinking about what to do today. And there are so many really good products I'm using right now, beauty products being skincare and hair care. And I thought, let me just show you these because particularly I want to talk to any of you who are struggling with hair loss for any reason. I get hair loss, sorry if you can hear that, David's like hoovering, vacuuming in the other room. I get hair loss seasonally, like I don't know what it is. Every autumn it starts and it lasts a couple of months, and by the time spring arrives, I have got like nothing left and my hair is really sparse and really thin. And I've been getting it for years, and I did actually speak to my hairdresser about it, and the hairdresser told me it's really common to get seasonal hair loss. I don't know what triggers it, but I think I found a solution. So I started using a couple, let me just show you the products that I'm using. Okay, first of all, if you want glossy hair, my neighbour said to me a couple of months ago, she actually texted me and was like, I was looking out of my window the other day and I saw you, not in a weird way. And she said, what have you done to your hair? Because it's so shiny and I want to achieve the same thing. And do you know what I do? I go to my hairdresser and I get them to put on a clear gloss on the ends, and I get that once a month. So a clear gloss does not change the colour of your hair, and it makes your hair glassy. It makes it so shiny. And I do wash my hair every day, which is why I get it done so much. If you wash your hair, say a couple of times a week, you could probably get it to last a lot longer. But as I say, for me, I wash my hair daily. So normally after a month, I'm feeling like I need it again. But one thing I'm doing to kind of prolong it is I started using, you know, the L'Oreal Elvive. I saw these on an advert on TV, and there is a leave-in conditioner, which I haven't got. No, you wash it out, but you got to leave it on 5 minutes, and I know I'm not going to bother doing that, so I skipped that one. But I got these 3 products. So the shampoo and conditioner, you're meant to leave the conditioner in 3 minutes and then rinse it, but they are both for dull and porous hair. And I don't know whether I would describe my hair as dull and porous, but they are meant to maintain gloss using glycolic acid, and I have found they're really good. The only thing I don't like is they're so expensive for the size. I swear, Elvive, you used to get quite a big bottle and they've reduced it to this, which is what, 200 ml? When you're washing your hair every day, and I've got quite thick hair as well, I go through this so quickly. This is like £12, and so is the conditioner. So you just imagine that, like £24 every couple of weeks. It's a lot of money. It's like at least £50 a month. But the other thing I've been using since October that I have to tell you about, which has made a massive difference, and I'm going to show you some before and afters because I said I would. So when I first started using this back in early October, I took a bunch of before pictures because, and I like to do this when I'm using beauty tech to know whether it's just a load of hot air or whether it actually works. And I didn't need to see an after picture to know that I'd already had results. So the results I started seeing were a dramatic end to hair loss when I'm washing my hair over the bath each morning. I mean dramatic. I was seeing so much coming out back in October that I was just like, I'm going to have nothing left if this continues. And I started using this. Now, normally my hair loss seasonally would go up until around now in December, but I noticed it stopped back in November. So what this is, by the way, don't buy this full price. Always get it with a discount. They have given me a coupon code. I'll put it all in below. But the way this works, it's an infrared LED helmet. It's got a timer on the side. You can connect up your phone via Bluetooth and play your music through it, or TV, or in, you know, whatever, YouTube, whatever you want to listen to. And the LEDs in this are stronger than the LEDs in the face mask, because obviously this needs to get to your scalp. Your scalp is a different thickness of skin to the rest of your face, and it needs to get through your hair, etc. And you literally just wear this for 10 minutes and it's on a countdown, but you have to use it every day. Now, what I find when I'm using it, it doesn't get hot, but it feels sort of like, after about 5 minutes, it feels slightly tingly on my scalp, but not unpleasant. It feels like something's happening. And David was the one, my husband, He was the one, because he started using this before me, and because he gets dermatitis on his scalp, and it's gone since using this. And the reason why, again, he wanted to use this, he gets dermatitis on his face. He's been using the face mask, because I've had it for like at least a year. He's been using that for a year, and the dermatitis is gone. And when he stops using it, after a couple of days, it starts coming back again, and it's very sore and very itchy. Well, he used this for his head, knowing that it was going to work. And he was the one that said to me, oh, you want to try this? It's really weird, but you can feel like tingly feelings on your scalp. Very, very minor, but you can definitely feel something happening. So I started using that with those hair care products back in October. Then I added in something incredible, which I've only been using since Christmas Eve. But David said to me a couple of mornings ago, he said, what have you done to your hair? It looks really thick at the moment. And it's this. This is like viral, okay? Everyone I see is talking about this on Instagram. This is from The Ordinary, and it's from their hair care range. And I think this is new out, because I've never heard of it. It's their multi-peptide serum for hair density. And from what I understand, and I'm not a dermatologist, I'm not a trichologist, is that what you call someone who specializes in hair? Obviously, I'm none of those things, but from the information I've seen about this, people are saying it's a DHT blocker. Now, I don't know what that is, but apparently DHT is something that can contribute to hair dropping, hair fall. So I've been using this, and I don't know how much of it I can put down to this and how much is just the helmet really starting to kick in now. But I'm definitely seeing a result. And as you can see from like my before and afters, my hair is looking so much thicker now. I need to actually have my gloss done again. It is still quite shiny, but like not as much as it was a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, like I'm really, really pleased with that. And then finally, the other couple of things I'm using for my hair before we do skincare is, you know, Gisou. You know, all of their products are made out of honey. Their stuff is so good. I only have one complaint about them, which I'm going to come on to in a second. But I started using this, which is the hair oil, and this, which is their hair perfume, and they both smell glorious. But the hair oil is particularly good. So you need the smallest amount, like one drop. Otherwise, your hair looks greasy on the ends. But you put a drop into your hands, and then you just rub it through the ends. I don't go near the root. I don't go through the front of my hair because it can make it greasy. But if you have drier hair, if you want to add shine, that is incredible. And the hair perfume smells really good. I'm going to add some more. It smells so good. It just says it's honey infused hair perfume. So both of those, highly recommended. For some of these items, I might be able to get coupon codes. So go and check out the description below. If there's anything you've seen and you're like, oh, I quite fancy using that. I don't have a coupon code for the LV stuff, but if you Google it, you might be able to find something. Sometimes it comes up on Amazon for a bit cheaper. Not much, but a bit cheaper. But for Gisou, for The Ordinary, and definitely for that hair mask, I have a coupon code, but I might be able to find codes for the other brands as well. But this is the next product, and it's a face cream, but it's SPF 50. Now, I've been looking for a good SPF 50 for a very long time. The closest I came to it was the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream, but that cream can be quite thick. And I have combination oily skin. My skin gets greasy very quickly with me doing nothing. It's so annoying. And so I always found that that face cream could be quite annoying. But this is from Ultraviolet. I think this is an Australian brand. It smells really good. I'll show you how it looks when it goes on. So it looks like the consistency is good. So can you see? It's like, it's not a really thin face cream. I can't stand those because my skin actually feels quite dry after if they're too thin. But it's not as thick as the Charlotte Tilbury. It's somewhere in the middle. And it feels so good. I used this for the first time yesterday because I'd ran out of my Charlotte Tilbury and I was like, oh yeah, I've got this to try. It smells really nice, but it doesn't smell heavily perfumed, but it has got a fragrance of some description that I can't put my finger on, but I like it. and it's a facial hydrating sunscreen. It says here very high protection, UVB and UVA. I was always told that UVB is burning and UVA is aging. So it's good to get protected about those two things. Yeah, made in Australia, cruelty-free, really good. So I'll link to that below as well. And if I can find a coupon code for them, because they sent me this to try a while ago. And I did ask them if they could send me a coupon code, and I can't remember what they said. I'll have a look through my email. If there's a coupon code, I'll let you know. But this turned up really quickly. There was no customs fees to pay on it. I don't know whether it came from Australia or whether they've got like a local hub in the UK and in countries around the world. But yeah, really, really good. And then I've got some other products that I highly recommend. And some of them are new to me, some of them are not. Well, they're all new because they've just turned up recently, but some of them I've never tried before, but some I have. So you know how I talk about this a lot? This I've been talking about since 2016, and it's an eye serum, and it's from this brand called Qualerex Beauty. And Qualerex Beauty is actually, it's a subscriber-owned brand by a lady called Christina who owns it, and she literally creates the products. They're all cruelty-free, they're all vegan, and the ones I've used work really well. And my favourite one has got to be the eye serum. I've been using this, as I say, since 2016. So back in 2016, she sent me one in the post, because remember I used to do subscriber mail times, and at the time she had a really small business. She was on Etsy, I seem to remember, and I hadn't used it because I forgot I had it. And then one day I'd run out of my usual eye cream, and I was like, I just grabbed her eye serum and I used it, and I found that crepiness and fine lines under my eyes were gone just in one use, because the product's quite oily. Let me show you it so that you can kind of understand. So the product, not in a bad way, but I feel like I should tell you, the product is quite, it's like this. Can you see? It's quite, it's not thin, it is oily. So when you put it on, it sits on the skin a little bit. It does sink in, but it does sit on the skin, as you can see just there. And that, in my opinion, is what diminishes and hides the fine lines, is because you've got that level of moisture sat on the skin. So I use this twice a day. I use it morning and evening after I've cleansed. Sometimes if I'm having a day where I feel like the lines under my eyes are quite prominent, I will dab the tiniest bit of that over the top of my makeup, and it just hides everything. But there's a couple of new products to me. Well, first of all, one that's not new to me is her brightening face cream. This is very hydrating. I would say if your skin is very dry, this is a good one for you, because it is quite a dense product. If you know Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream, it's thicker than that. It's as I say, I think it's really good if you have got dry skin, or if you want to use this as like a treatment, if you have like dry combination skin. Because like if I show you it, can you see it's quite, like if I push down there, it's quite firm. But then if I put a bit on the back of my hand, again, it sits on the skin a little bit, not in a bad way. Very, very hydrating though. So that I really recommend. But three that I haven't tried that are new to me. So first of all is her vitamin C. Ooh, that's open a little bit. Better close that. That's been on the sofa. Has it leaked? No. So this is her vitamin C. I want to use that on my face at night. The other one is her Radiant Lift Collagen Cream. I'm curious about that. And then the other one is the Flawless Whisper Complexion Perfector. And both of them look like this. So I'm going to use these, and I'll come back to you and tell you how I found them. But definitely with the other products, that eye serum in particular, I feel bad. I keep telling you about that, but it just works. You know, when you find something that works and you do talk about it a lot because it works. I have so many people in my real life who say, oh, I've got a bit older and I'm getting these lines around my eyes. And I'm like, go and get this. Just go and get yourself one of these. They really work. Some of you have said that you burn through this quite quickly when you've used it. And what I would say, and a lot of you agreed actually, so if you do a full pump, you get way too much. Even for both eyes, you get too much. You need to do like the tiniest little pump because it goes a long way. Because it's quite liquid, or quite oily, borderline greasy, it goes a long way. You don't need loads to get both eyes done. And if you use the tiniest amount, like this will last me a couple of months. But if I'm doing full pumps, it will last me a couple of weeks, you know? So, because you don't want to have wastage, you don't want to have products left over because you've like got too much going on. So yeah, they're some of my favourite things right now that are just really working for me, and the hair care in particular is game changing. Like, I'm so happy with my hair at the moment, and back in October I wasn't happy with it. As I say, I was washing my hair with the side of the bath and huge amounts were coming out. I can't even tell, I couldn't even count it. Just more and more and more, and it blocked the plug hole, and I had to get some of that Mr. Muscle, you know, the Mr. Muscle in the UK plug hole unblocker in the orange bottle that you tip it in and you leave it for like a couple of hours and it dissolves hair basically. I was having to use that a couple of times a month. My hair was so thin. It's not that I had bald patches. I never get bald patches. My hair just thins. And then, as I say, it takes me until the spring to sort of recoup. And even then, it doesn't ever really recoup. And then before I know it, we're back to autumn again. But these two things in particular, that game changer. But I'm interested to see as well how integrating the ordinary serum into it is going to potentially make things progress further again. Anyway, that's everything for today. I hope that you've enjoyed watching. As I say, I don't think many people are going to watch this video just because I normally do fashion, and I know that's what you want me for, but I was just thinking about what to do today, and I thought I have got to tell you about these products and give you an update on the hair saga because it's been amazing. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Check back tomorrow because I'm going to do another video tomorrow, but right now I'm going to quickly edit this. Then I'm going to head out because I'm meeting some friends. We're going for a walk and we're going for a pub lunch. So I'm going to go and do that now. I'm going to see you tomorrow.